I am back with a, fingers crossed, a second Heritage auction win. And hopefully, if you didn't see my first one, watch that one to see why I'm saying fingers crossed right after this. Thank you for joining me for another video. As you may have heard in the video right before this, I said I was getting right from that one into this, and here we are. Same shirt, same setup. Only thing is different is I realized that my door was open before, so I closed it, and you know, it just looks a little bit better to me when I'm looking at this stuff. So this is the second win for me of a Heritage auction. The first one, like I said in the intro, didn't go so well. The books were nowhere near as described. So what I did was I contacted them. They gave me a full refund of everything. They paid for shipping. I paid, you know, I came net zero. I did not have anything out of pocket. So I got lucky with that. And I said, you know what? Let me give them one more shot, because, you know, maybe it was just a new person who was doing the description for that auction lot. I don't know. So this one, and I kind of spilled the beans a little bit in the prior video when I was talking about, you know, the business of comics, the math of comic book selling and stuff like that. I used this as an example of the calculations and everything, but this is the auction that I won. 12250, whatever. Lot number 19935. That's, oh, I'm using shift, not control. Sorry. Trying to make this bigger so you can see. This is the lot. Defenders Champions group of 63, from 7, you know, mostly like late bronze, early copper, I believe. Average condition is a fine. I paid $25 for the lot. So I was like, okay, even if they're fine, because what you're going to see that it comes with is we do have Champions #1, and we do have Incredible Hulk and Wolverine #1. So if, and I paid a total, does it show it on here? No. I paid a total of $97.70 for the whole thing, including the buyer's premium, the shipping, and the sales tax. So it cost me it cost me like $1.55 per book. So if either one of these two books are in good enough shape that I can, you know, clean them, press them, and sell it for a decent price, I can make up the rest of the lot for free, pretty much. So what we have, what it comes with is average condition is a fine. Defenders includes, no, I'm sorry, Defenders / Champions group. Champions #1 through 6. #7 is a good with moisture damage. I don't know what that means. Hopefully there's no mold. And then 8 through 17. So it's basically the whole series, I believe. Let's see. Cover price. Damn. Let's see. So if we go to cover price and we do, oh, I'm not even logged in. Okay. And we'll take a look and we'll say Champions. Okay, so 1 through 17 is the entire first run. And this one is giving me 1 through 6, 7, 8 through 17. So this is the whole first run, including #1. And if we look, we've got, there's 5 keys. Obviously #1 is the big one. It's the first appearance in Origin of the Champions. Then we've got the first appearance of Rampage is, okay, and #5. #7 is the first appearance of Darkstar. Also Yuri Petrovich, who's the 4th Crimson Dynamo. And speaking of which, Thunderbolts is coming to Disney Plus on, I think they said August 26th. So from today, that's like a week, I believe. No, 2 weeks from yesterday. Something like that. I don't know. Then number 8 is the first appearance of Yuri Petrovich as Crimson Dynamo. And then number 14 is the appearance of Swarm, Lord of the Killer Bees, who, if anybody is an 80s kid like myself, you remember Swarm from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. So that's another reason why I wanted this one, because this was cool. Swarm and number 1. Then we look at, it has Defenders number 13, 113, and 114. I don't know if those are any keys. Defenders 13 might be. I'm not exactly sure. So 13, it probably isn't. 13 is the first appearance of Nebulon and the classic battle between the Defenders and Squadron Sinister, who become Squadron Supreme. So this is a pretty cool book, but not a huge key. And so then we start with 100. And we go, so I said what? 1, 13, 14. None of which are keys. Then 24 to 152. So then we have 125, first appearance of Mad Dog Buzz Baker. Okay, Iceman joins the Defenders, Moondragon joins the Defenders, and the marriage of Damon Hellstrom and Hellcat. This is actually a cool book. I like that one. 131, Walrus, I don't give two craps about. Where did it end? 152. So then we have first appearance of Manslaughter. Don't care about that one. First full appearance Manslaughter, no. First appearance of Dragon of the Moon, the offspring of Set. That could come in somewhere. I don't know. Not really caring about that. 143, I already have one of this and one of the newsstand. It's the first appearance of the Runner and Andromeda, who is the daughter of Atuma. So this would be my third copy, which I don't care that much about that one. And this is the first appearance of Andromeda in Atlantean Warrior Battle Gear. Don't care about that one either. So there's that. But I think we do have this series. How far does this series go? Because this says it goes through number 152. So this has the last issue in it also. So last issues carry a little bit of a premium, same as first issue. So the last issue we'll take a look at. Then we've got Doctor Strange number 74. I don't even know which one this is from. Ghost Rider number 29 from the 1990 series. That's trash. Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Punisher, Hearts of Darkness. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. Let's see. That's probably a new book. I can't imagine it being... I wonder if that's... Yeah, I don't even know if that's a key. If it's like what that is, to be honest. Okay, well, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Punisher, Hearts of Darkness. It's a one-shot from 1991. So that's what? The end of the Copper Age? Okay. Let's see. Raw value in VF, $4.22. Wow, there's 344 total recorded sales. I've never even heard of it. Most of them have been raw, so tells you something. Wow, one was actually sold for $10 just about 2 months ago in near mint. So, okay, odd. I don't, like I said, never heard of that one. Doctor Strange 74. I don't know. That can't be from the third series, from the Sorcerer Supreme series. Oh wait, it does go that high. I think it goes to 83. Doctor Strange number 74, and I have to spell. Okay, so that's not anything. Incredible Hulk. I don't know if these are anything. Let's see. Yeah, I think I looked this up already on the Incredible Hulk. None of those are any keys. I probably would have remembered if they were, because these are in the 300s. So 12, 13, 16, 312, Origin of the Hulk. Oh, first full appearance of Brian Banner. Okay, that's a cool one. Okay. 13, 16, no. 21, 22, no. 3, 36, 37. Nope. And I don't think those are McFarlane's, because I think McFarlane's run ended. And then we have 400. Let's just do this. 400. Nope, don't have that either. That's not a key. And we'll take a look at Annual 8. I don't think that one is a key. Nope. Okay. And then we've got the Incredible Hulk and Wolverine, and then Marvel Chillers number 4. I don't think that's a key either. No, 1 and 2, I believe, are the big ones. Number 3 is that, or number 1 and 3. And of course, the only one is number 4 that they're giving me that's not here. Okay. So they claim that the Overstreet guide value is 350. So we'll see. So what we're going to do now is we are going to get into this. Let's cut in and see what they do. So last time, and we can look at this time as well, very, very good taping. The box has a little bit of wear to it, but they do use the strapping tape, which is stronger, so it's less likely to pop open, which is good. And then inside of here, there should be a lot of bubble wrap. But yeah, that was the big thing, was that it was packaged very nicely. So here's a layer of bubble wrap. My invoice. Then we've got more bubble wrap all around the sides, which is really great. Then we've got the books bubble wrapped and taped. Oh. And then more bubble wrap lining the bottom. So this is what I'm talking about when I say a very well packaged product. So, okay. Now we've got all of this. I will peel it all off after, because I don't want you subjected to the sounds of the tape being torn all around, because I know that's annoying. So I want to keep this to as, oh my God, I want to keep this as quiet as possible for you. Honestly, this is such a good packaging job. So the question is, I mean, look at how good the packaging job is. There's still no excuse for it taking 10 days for them to ship it. That's still an issue for me. Now the question is, where does this end? Or I could undo all this stuff. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be hearing me pop the bubble wrap. Okay, so this is where, wow. I'm telling you, there are some shops and, uh-oh. Oh, why'd my camera just go out like that? That was weird. Okay, so All right, something's weird. What the hell is my camera doing? Never done that before. It's very strange. And it's not on a battery because this is plugged in directly to the outlet, so I don't know. Okay, so here you can see all the books. Again, this is, I mean, this kind of tape, this brown tape, it's fairly easy to get off, but I don't know. I think I would prefer painter's tape, or if they would have at least just done, because this is. And I know people like to, people like to fast forward through this part, but I like to be a completionist and show you everything that I'm doing from beginning to end, because to me, that's just, you should see everything, even the top of my head. But yeah, this is, okay. Now, these are all non-closed. Okay, so they took a page out of Midtown Comics book, and none of these are sealed. They're all, here you can see all the flaps up here. So, okay. So, like I said, we're not going to go through every one of them because there are 63 books, but we're going to take a look at the best books. So, first off, we have The Incredible Hulk and Wolverine. Now, this looks and feels pretty good. Inside, you can see nice white pages. The colors stand out pretty well on this book. Yeah. This one is a pretty nice book. Let's see. Crap. Okay. Yeah, I forgot how to do something. So I was just trying to figure it out. But you can see this spine. There's a little bit of a curl, a stacking curl, but the spine looks really nice. There's a little faint crease over there, but other than that, I mean, this spine, you can just see. Now, I did see something, I think it was up here, but overall, I mean, here, take a look at the back. This book is really nice. Yeah, there's a little bit, something right down there. Does not feel like a tear. So that is right there. That's a nice book. And then here's the other big one. And yeah, this one is not in such great condition. This is the number one. This is the one I was hoping would be in real good condition. So yeah, let's take a look at something real quick. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so yeah, you can see right here, we have a lot of stuff going on up here. We have a lot of creases, a lot of spine damage. Yeah, this one, not very great. We have more creases down here. The back, you can see, I'm just getting this in the screen so people can see what book we just put up. You can see that there's a lot of dirt. There's some dirt here. Looks like a crease over here as well. This is not a tear, but I don't know what that is. But yeah, you can see the back has some issues. The back is better than the front, I guess. I don't know if we can see, like in this area. Let's see if we can get, yeah, you can see all the creasing. Like there, you can see one right here. So there's some creasing, especially over here. So yeah, this one, maybe I'll be able to press it a little bit just to get it looking a little bit better. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much with that one. Then we've got number 2. Well, let's take a look at number 7, because I want to see what number 7 looks like with the water damage. All right, this is number 7. Oh, okay, yeah. I'd say we've got some water damage here. The wrinkling I could probably get away with. I could probably do something with that, but I don't think I don't do any wet work. I don't do, what do you call it? Stain removal and stuff like that. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with that. But yeah, they were not lying. Good thing is though, is that it really doesn't go through. I mean, you can see on the back a little bit here, like all here, but on the back page, you don't really see it. And to be honest, these pages aren't terrible. Like, the page quality is pretty decent. So that, I'm just like, okay, not too bad. And I'm pretty sure, what did we say, 17? No, 14? Okay, let's take a look at 14 with Swarm, since I'm a fan of Swarm. And these look like they're new bags and boards too. So, I mean, you can see there's no yellowing or anything like that. And the bag, there's no rippling or anything like that. So that's a good thing. And before I even, well, we'll finish this first. So we've got this, and you can see how white this book is. The spine is pretty good. All right, so here's a little damage here, right there. But there's really not much else going on the spine or anything on the front. So this is really pretty nice. The back is dirty. Let's see. I don't think you can tell with the brightness of the light. But yeah, you can see, like here, you can see all the dirt here, but that's easy to clean up. And yeah, this one, to me, this is a win, this book. And look at the pages. They're not bone white, but they're white pages, and look at the reds and yellows pop on here. I mean, yeah, so this one I'm happy with this one for sure. And also, I just want to show you, these bags, these boards are the good sized. These are sized properly. Because if you look, once I get this spec in here, you'll see that you have the border. You have the board outside of the book. The book doesn't go to the very edge of the board where if anything happens, the book will take any damage. The board will protect it. So I definitely like that. That's for sure. So we've got the champions. We've got all these champions. It's like I said, so far everything looks pretty accurate. Then we've got Defenders number 13. And this one, I could already see that I would probably say that this might be a little bit overgraded. So first off, we've got a lot of dirt. We have a tear up here. We have a tear up here. We've got some damage here. We have a tear over here. This is all dirty. We have all this dirty and creasing. You can see from the front that we've got a spine split and a tear. The whole spine is just wrecked. So this one's not, this one is not a fine. This is probably going to be a very good or good, if anything. So yeah, that's, what was this? This was 13. This was the battle between the, yeah, all right, I don't even need to look it up. This was the battle between the Squadron Sinister. So yeah, this one basically is, yeah, this has no value really, other than a donation pile or something, because I don't think this is one of those books where low grade is better than no grade, because it's not really anything for anybody, I would imagine. Then we've got the rest of the Defenders series here. I want to see 134. No, 143. That's the runner. 143 and then 152, I think it was. Okay, so we have 143. That's the runner. Always got to be on the lookout for, for books featuring the, oh my God, not the Celestials, the cosmic entities, because you never know where things are going to go. So we've got a spine tick here, 2 spine ticks there. The rest of the front, other than this little thing right here, a little something there, this one really is not that bad at all, especially for that black spine. We've got a little bit of dirt up here, but the rest is back is pretty good shape. This one also has some nice white pages, but sometimes this is where I don't like the Bronze and Copper Age. Like these colors, I don't know, to me they should be popping more, and it's just like the inks that they use just aren't that, some of the interior inks just don't work very well. Like reds and blues are muted, and just to me, it's just a personal thing. So this one, okay. It's very difficult when you're buying these lots to be like, yeah, the average is a fine. Well, what the hell does that mean? You have 63 books. You could have, and I could have talked about this with average on the last video with the, with the math and everything like that. But average really does not mean anything, to be honest. I mean, you could have 100 people in a room. You have 10 people in a room. One person has $1,000. The other 10 people have nothing. The average money owned is $100. But one person has $1,000. The rest of the people have nothing. So yeah, the average, money per person is $100. But if one person has 1,000, the other 9 have 0. It's not telling you much. And then here is that last issue. And it's a double-sized issue. I've never seen it before, to be honest. But it is a nice book. It's got a nice spine. You can see that the cover is reflective, very nice. There is a little bit of a crease up top. There is a little bit of creasing up there. But other than that, this is the worst part of it right here. You have a little bit of the back coming up to the front. and a little bit of the front going onto the back up here. So it's a little bit off kilter, but otherwise it's not that bad of a book at all. So obviously it's from '85, so it's going to be a little bit of a better book. Then, yeah, we did have Doctor Strange from, I'm pretty sure this is the second series, not the Sorcerer Supreme series. So that's later on in that run. Then the weird Ghost Rider number 29 from the 1990 series. And this is what I'm talking about. You can see here, the board is at the edge over here. The board is too small for the book. And you can see it on here too. See how the book exceeds the board? And on this side, it's all the way over as well. So it's like, I don't know how people could use those things. It's just very weird to me. Then we've got that Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Punisher. Okay, this is a square bound book. Honestly, this, I have no idea what it is. I mean, it's a really nice book. It doesn't seem like it's ever been opened. But again, this is something that, it's a gatefold. So it does open up. But again, it bothers me, these types of things, because look at this. The cover, it's a cardboard cover. It doesn't extend to the book. It doesn't cover the pages on the front and the back. I mean, this is, it's weird, but you can maybe see there's no reader's crease here. So it doesn't look like anybody ever broke it, cracked it open. So yeah, it doesn't look like there's been, and I can feel it too. It feels like it's all there, that there's nothing there. So I guess this is like a TPB, I guess. I have no idea. So I'm not really interested in that. And then we've got the last interesting book, or the last book of my interest, is 312 Incredible Hulk. This is the first full appearance of Brian Banner. And you can see here, there's a bit of a stacking curl, and right here, right where my finger is pointing, there's a little bit of a finger crease. But other than that, the book does seem very, very, very clean. Oh, wait. No, that's a sharp corner. Okay, but there is... That's a print bubble. Okay. So yeah, overall, much better than the first attempt at a Heritage Auctions lot. And I'll put the cards up here somewhere, probably up here throughout the video, and I'll put the link to the video in the description as well, so you can go back and watch if you haven't watched it already. But, oh yeah, here's the Marvel Chillers. Let's take a look at this real quick, because it is an older book, and it is from a series that is pretty interesting. So yeah, this is beat up to hell. So yeah, you can see all the damage up here. All the damage along the spine. But that's why I made a bid of $25, and I said, hey, so for a total of $97, if the books average $1.50, and it's not that big of a deal, if I could get some really good high quality books, like in the later run of the Defenders, or some of the Champions books are, could get cleaned and pressed really well. It could be worth it, because then, you might have people looking to fill holes with higher quality, run fillers, instead of, something like this where it's beat up to death. And, maybe we could do something like that. Or I can bundle them together and be like, hey, the entire run minus number 1 because it's a piece of shit, and number 7 because it's trash. all high grade and then just, get them off to people who can then upgrade their, maybe lower mid-grade copies or whatever. I don't know. But, like I said, for $1.50 each book, it's something that I was playing with, and I said, you know what? Let's just try it. Let's try it and see what happens. Even if I could clean like a very good and get it to a fine or fine plus, that still could help in recouping some of the value. So what are your thoughts? Was this a win for $97? Now keep in mind, the bid was only $25. The rest of the garbage brought it to $97. So if I could have definitely, if there was no buyer's premium, because with this many books, $34, I did the comparison on the FedEx website, and it was in line with what they charged me with price-wise. So that you can't do anything about. The sales tax you can't do anything about. It's the buyer's premium. So the buyer's premium was literally double what my bid was. So that's really what did me in on this one. But I still think that this was a success, relative to the first one. So I want to know if you think this was a success. If you think that the grading, like I said, we looked at a few of the more prominent books. The average was a fine, they said. So I don't think that the value of all this stuff could be $350. That's just my opinion. But what do you think? Do you think that the value of everything that I described, even in the condition that they say, even if everything was a fine, do you think the value of this was $350? Or do you think it was more in line with the $100 that I paid for everything? And I want to know what your experiences are with Heritage. If you've ever used them, what you've experienced, if you've tried to use it, but you've never been able to win a bid, because trust me, I know I've bid on a lot of things that I lost out on. I just want to know what your thoughts are and what your experiences are, and I will see you in the next video.